Hi there Capricorn, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your 2021 intuitive tarot reading. Here we are Capricorn, we've left 2020 in the dust. I'm sure so many of us are pleased to see the tail end of that one. So let's see what may be in store for you this year. And what we're going to do here, Capricorn, is we're going to start here at January and move around the tarot wheel to December. I've got minimum of 2 energies, sometimes 3 or 4 energies depending on what came out for each month to give you a high level overview as to what the focus may be for you. So let's jump in. I'm going to jump into January, and in your January Capricorn we have got the Lovers, Gemini and the Major Arcana, the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles, known as the Juggler and the Minor Arcana. So what it's looking to me is that there is some indecision or unsteadiness in terms of home or relating and partnerships. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a bad thing, because the Lovers also, you know, before it was just a card of sort of soulmates and that kind of thing, was about big decisions around matters of the heart. You could be deciding on whether to take a relationship to the next level, marriage, engagement, that kind of thing, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles in February. That is for some of you. There may also be a big decision that you are making that is going to impact the fulfillment of your family, of your home life. So of course that could be moving to a new home as well. It could be doing things to increase your amount of fulfillment. So I do feel that, you know, increasing the fulfillment in your love, in your family, in your home environment is really going to be a theme of January for you. And some of you may be dealing with a Gemini person. So that is your January, and it's important, I guess, to take these decisions in order to regain your steadiness, because the 2 of Pentacles can talk about until we've made firm decisions where we're kind of feeling a bit ungrounded and emotions are high because of that. So I want to make clear decisions on how to move forward. And I should say that you have a lot of decision energy, Capricorn, in this reading. You've got the 2 of Pentacles again here in your November. You've got the 2 of Wands. There's definitely a new path opening up for you. As an overview, I should have said this at the start, sorry, you know, you've got a lot of energy in the middle of the year of kind of transition, and then you have a strong new path opening up for you towards the end of the year. But there is a lot of, let's say, mind battle and, you know, trepidation about taking that step. So for some of you it may be in love, for some of you it may be business. General reading, guys, so I do try and cover all bases here when I do the reading. So in February we have the 8 of Swords, which you actually have twice in your reading as well. We have it over here in what I do believe is September. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles can mean a few different things. It is a new beginning or a new opportunity. It's the seed of the new. It can be a new commitment. It could be that commitment that we looked at, or that decision from January, feeling a little bit unsure, overthinking it, being a little bit in two minds as to whether to go for it or not. For some of you, this can be in the work sector. It can be a new job, a new business venture, a new contract, a new client. But together with the 8 of Swords, there is some kind of maybe limited self-belief as to whether we can achieve this or not, whether we can go for this and turn it into the abundance that we truly desire. I mean, the 8 of Swords is about the more we overthink something and overanalyze it and get stuck in the mind. If I use this card here, the Rider one, so you can see it better, we create that mental prison for ourselves and we can feel stuck. And you can see here this person is really bound around all the intuitive centers, third eye, heart, gut. So it says that the more we overthink things, we actually block our intuition. And what you're really going to need to do, Capricorn, is tune into your intuition and follow your heart as to what to do with this opportunity, right? Whether to go for it or not. And I think that you are looking at your March, but you're going to need to overcome the limitations of the mind. And the Ace of Pentacles is generally an opportunity that comes into the person who has overcome a block, obstacle, or challenge. But it needs real investment of your time, effort, and energy to grow and expand it all the way through to the 10 of Pentacles, because it's an ace, right? So it's just the one, it's just the start. So let's go to March, Capricorn. And the reason why I'm saying I think you go for that opportunity, we have the Strength card with the Chariot. We have Leo, we have Cancer here from the Major Arcana. You might be dealing with one of those energies. But the Chariot is all about moving forward and seizing a victory. And it's interesting because it often talks about leaving a comfort zone or leaving a home, relocation, in order to seize this opportunity. So some of you might be taking a job opportunity or a new beginning in a new place and actually physically relocating. And that is what you could have been contemplating in January. It's like, I've got this decision on my hands to relocate my family, but we know that maybe it's going to lead to that greater sense of fulfillment because we're going to have a better job opportunity, more stability, more happiness, and that kind of thing. It's going to take strength and courage, right? You know, that's what this card says. It is also, again, an extension of that Eight of Swords from your February. Sometimes we need to calm down the inner beast within, and for you that could have been that self-limiting belief of I can't do this, I can't make it happen, or, you know, just sometimes it can be the ego taking too much of a strong hold, which is that overthinking, overanalyzing, and all of that. Whatever is holding you back mentally, that is the beast here. We want to coax that under control, and that's when you can hear that intuition, that higher self, that angel within, that really unlocks your higher potential. So the Chariot's about forward movement after we've made an aligned decision, the one that we were struggling with in January. Once you make that decision, there's going to be no stopping you. What I love about this Chariot is it's represented by a unicorn, free and liberated and just running wild. So there's a real sense that whatever this decision is, it's going to lead to a greater sense of freedom for you, greater liberation. And once you've made that decision, then there's just no stopping you. So it's a really beautiful, beautiful energy. It's about attaining, your wishes, attaining a victory here. So that is your March. Very exciting. In your April, I have the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, you actually have this twice in this quarter, and it can be a card of grieving for something. It can be a card of heartbreak or sorrow or sadness. Now, what you could be grieving for is what you have had to leave behind in order to gain this opportunity. That's for some of you. For others of you, it can be, something in your life that comes to an end. Sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's friendships, sometimes it's work, just whatever makes us feel that we are, feeling that energy in the heart. The Page of Swords here says not to worry, because out of every heartbreak or sadness, there's usually a new beginning, a new perspective. And the Page of Swords here is the winds of change. It's the beginning of new progress. It's progress in its infancy, right? So yeah, we might be feeling the sorrow, feeling the losses, or missing home, or missing whatever or whoever we've moved on from. But the Page of Swords is saying this here is actually the pivotal part of your new progress. And if you can just get over the hurt of it, then those winds of change are going to move you, are going to shift your course in another direction. Page of Swords can also represent a child. There could be some issue with a child as well in April, but it also indicates communication or a messenger, communicating very honestly and from the heart as well. So in your May, I've got the King of Cups and the Four of Cups. The King of Cups is generally the energy of Scorpio in the Minor Arcana. You may be dealing with a Scorpio this month. So the Four of Cups is showing you feeling a little unfulfilled in an area of your life, right? Yeah, it can be in any area. I'm not going to limit this. It can be in love, it can be in business, it can be in your job, it can be in your place, wherever it relates to you when you look back at this reading. There's a feeling of being a little bit over it, being a little bit apathetic or complacent in an area, and you're beginning to disconnect your energy from a situation. And doesn't matter how much that person or whatever it is tries to reconnect, you're kind of not really interested because you're really trying to manifest something else, right? And the King of Cups here for me is the cup that you've kind of been waiting for. It's the cup of, a deeper connection. It's a cup of greater emotional fulfillment, emotional intelligence, somebody who's compassionate, empathetic, and all of those good things. So it may just be that you're not feeling quite in your place here, and you're really wanting connections with very authentic, heartfelt people. There might be somebody that comes into your life that offers you that. If you have relocated, this could be a new friend or an understanding colleague or something like that, that really helps you get through a period where you're thinking, oh, you know, what have I done? You know, I've shifted and I've started this new role, or I've left somebody and I'm, you know, whatever it is for you, you know, this person's going to come in and help you through that time is what I'm feeling. When your emotions are high, this person is like a rock that has your back. So that's for some of you. For others of you, you're just going to be starting to seek greater fulfillment, greater connection in your life. And you might be going through a period where all of a sudden things don't feel quite in alignment. And, you know, you're sort of really wondering how you're going to attract the people, the tribe that you truly do desire. We kind of see that theme here continuing, and we've got that Three of Swords again, which is linking back to your April. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So here we have the energy of conflict, feeling conflicted, feeling sad, feeling hurt. There could be conflict with somebody, potentially in the workplace, with the Eight of Pentacles. There could be conflict around whether to move on or transition in a work situation. The Five of Swords can be, you know, argumentative energy. It can be that feeling of, oh, I'm just fighting a losing battle here. You know, I really feel that the previous month with the Four of Cups was you trying to stay in the situation, but just emotionally disconnecting. Whereas here we're in Five of Swords. It's like, well, we now know that we're fighting a losing battle and we're going to have to walk away, which we see in your next month, right? Your July, this is June. Yeah, so the Five of Swords really says it's knowing when to really walk away and disconnect. Yeah, there's going to be sorrow, there's going to be sadness, but you'll have the opportunity to carve out a new path in whatever life area this is. One that, yeah, you're going to have to put in some hard work, but you're going to be rewarded. You're going to see the results of that, and you're going to be happy doing it because you are producing or walking the path that you truly want to. Now, the Four of Pentacles here for me says that there's some fear around this. There's a temptation to just hold on and stay where you are. But the cards are indicating that, you know, there is another plan for you. There is basically from your July onwards, a new pathway unfolds for you. So, you know, this could be in education, this could be in work. It could also be something to do with your finances as well here. You know, this is real feeling of you know, of wanting to hold on, but the cards are saying, you know what, it's time to understand when you need to basically retract your energy, but not just retract it and stay in the situation like we were in the Four of Cups, but retract it and actually leave. Eight of Cups and Two of Wands. This is really transitional energy here. It's interesting because the Two of Wands is you contemplating the path forward. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay in my comfort zone or do I leave? It can be, you know, needing to take a trip or something like that as well. The Two of Wands sees you stay in the current situation, reviewing your options, but it's like you've already kind of made that decision, but you're waiting for the rest of you to catch up and actually begin walking in the new direction. So that's the Two of Wands. We've got a bigger dream, and now we're really clear that we want to start moving towards it, and that's what I see here with the Eight of Cups, because like we saw when we were talking about the Four of Cups and the King of Cups, you are seeking a missing piece. You're seeking the Ninth Cup, which is the cup of wish fulfillment. So you've arrived at this situation over the last few months. Something's not cutting it for you. Yes, it's been good for a while. You've built 8 cups, but you were desiring more. Your intuition is keeping on talking in your ear and saying, you know what, it's time to turn your back on it and walk a new path here. And I really feel that that is the month in July that you take that move. In your August, beautiful energy, the Empress and the Moon, this energy of Pisces. This here is the promise of the new possibility. The Empress says that bigger dream that you were dreaming and why you left the previous situation is now going to begin to materialize. She is the energy that is fertile and abundant and, you know, really ready to deliver Now, together with the moon, for those of you that are planning conception or family, this can indicate conception or birth, this combination as well. We have moon cycle, we have, you know, the goddess here of fertility. The Empress is just a great blessing in a reading. She talks about abundance, she talks about money as well. The moon also can be about hidden blessings. I mean, there's lots of readings to this card. It can talk about secrets being exposed, or the path forward maybe coming through from your subconscious and that kind of thing. But I'm really feeling the blessing because it's coming in with the Empress. So a blessing that you didn't really see coming, or that was kind of hidden from you until now. So the Empress is the energy that begins to birth your desires. Now, in your September, Capricorn, we have the Eight of Swords returning and the Nine of Pentacles, which is a beautiful, abundant energy. So whatever it was that the Empress wanted to deliver to you, I feel like has been delivered. The Nine of Pentacles shows you with a real increase in abundance. It shows you feeling very self-sufficient, independent, having built a greater sense of quality and luxury in your life. From the work that you did back here in the Eight of Pentacles, the work of leaving what wasn't working, walking the new path begins to pay off. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of like that butterfly emerging. I'm back in my earthy power. I'm shining bright. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. And, you know, I'm aware that it's been a real journey to get here and it's been slow, but here I am. Now, what we need to be careful of is that Eight of Swords energy, that where the mind doesn't move in and, you know, try and limit you again. Oh, you know, who are you to think you can go out on your own in this business, or, you know, be single, or, you know, it can be the second guess, the martyrdom, the victim mentality that tries to pull us down. Stay in the present moment, stay connected with your intuition. That's the way to overcome that. October. Judgment, which is called Awakening in this deck, and Temperance, which is the energy of Sagittarius in the Major Arcana. Judgment is basically some kind of divine call, maybe a divine wake-up call. It's the universe getting your attention and saying, it is time to potentially end a huge cycle in your life, right? Because there's a strong new path opening up for you. It's the last call. Do you stay? Do you go? Do you close the cycle? Because the next major arcana on from the Judgment card is the World, which is the biggest card of ending a cycle, and it's a victory in doing so. And what is interesting is it comes in with Temperance, which is the card that follows death in the major arcana, right before November, which is the season of Scorpio and the Death card, right? Could have been what was foreshadowed back here with the King of Cups, which is also the energy of Scorpio. So you might have started feeling it in May, and now you're really taking the action. So basically, Temperance says, if you end the cycle, if you release, if you purge, if you clear the slate on whatever this is for you, I will guide you forward. I will guide you forward into your next cycle. And the Sun is coming, guys, and that is a big card of being guided forward. So Temperance is about the great soothing and calming and rebalancing after letting go, after going through a big karmic completion. It's about getting yourself back into a good place, mentally, emotionally, and physically, doing that internal work. And it's when you go through that process that that new path begins emerging for you. So it's actually a really beautiful energy. This is about liberating yourself from what has held you back, what has kept you small, so that you can really rise above and walk the new path. I'm just going to hold these for a sec, because in the next cards for you in November are the Two of Pentacles and the Sun. And I really see the Sun as what was foreshadowed in the month before. It's like there is a new path coming for you. It's about to open up, and it's going to be so bright and so positive. And then here comes the Sun. And the Sun, they say, is the most positive card in the tarot deck, Capricorn. It is saying that the future is bright and you've overcome a big challenge with that Judgment energy. You're now being powerfully, divinely guided forward. There's some indecision or unsteadiness that comes with it, and I think that's because of the full energy that comes in December. You know you're going to need to take a big leap here, a new path. There's going to be a big change for you, and it's making you feel a little bit ungrounded. But the Sun says you can trust in this. It's a positive new beginning opening up for you. The future is so bright, you're healing. There's a real sense of rebirth between the cards that came before and these ones as well. And then December. What a way to finish the year. 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and the Fool. So the indecision continues, guys, with the 2 of Swords. You're weighing it up, weighing it up. Do I jump? Do I leap? And this, I feel, is what you were reviewing even back here in July. You may not have made the full transition until now. The 2 of Swords is you're trying to make a decision. The key with the 2 of Swords is don't make your decisions from a place of emotional trigger or reaction. Do so from the intuition, because the emotions can blind us. What we might be trying to move on from is a situation that hasn't fully delivered as we wanted to. The 7 of Pentacles can talk about investing a lot of time, effort, and energy into something, but it just hasn't grown how we wanted to. It hasn't delivered, or we might be dealing with somebody who's just not putting in their end of the bargain. So we're kind of tossing up, you know, do we go in a new direction? Do we go our own way? The Fool links to Aries, boldly moving forward on a new path, strongly guided by your instincts. And you're being encouraged to take a leap of faith, to keep walking that path or step onto it, even though you don't really know where it's heading. You don't know what the destination is, but it's that sun energy that just keeps on moving you forward and saying, follow me, follow the signs, follow your intuition. Where are we going? We don't really know, but we know we're going in the direction of our rebel heart. We're leaving the baggage behind, and we're potentially taking a leap of faith into a whole new direction. Is it in love? Is it in business? Is it in location? Only you will know, Capricorn, because this will be a general reading and you'll be able to connect it with your situation. But there's a beautiful, strong new beginning coming for you at the end of the year, which I really feel is perfect timing, because I always feel that things build in a yearly cycle. There's always a lot of transition and unrest in the middle of the year for whatever reason, and then often it reaches a climax in the last quarter. Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm wishing you such an amazing 2021. There's always challenges, there's always good things as well, and you know how it plays out really is up to you, whether you make those decisions, what you choose. You have free will to do whatever it is that you want to do. If you're called to share, drop me a comment. I do read them all, guys, and I try to respond to as many as I can. It helps me get to know you guys, connect with your energies, and see what's happening out there in the collective. My recommendation is that you keep checking back in on this reading throughout the month, throughout the year, and also the weekly and monthly readings will kind of support how it's playing out as well, so you can kind of see how that links in. Anyway, it has been a pleasure, Capricorn. Wishing you all the best. Happy New Year. Bye for now.